Hi. Frontman, the main Squid Game villain, joins the games for Season 2 and reveals a tragic backstory. Actor Lee Byung-hun says he focused on portraying a character whose difficult life has led him to believe that there is an absolute absence of humanity in the world. Warning: this video includes some major spoilers from the second season of Netflix's Squid Game. While the identity of the frontman, the biggest villain in Squid Game, was finally revealed at the end of the hit Netflix show's first season, his shocking backstory gets unmasked in the upcoming second season. Lee Byung-hun, who returns as the frontman who runs the Twisted Games in the new season premiering December 26, told that his character is more complex than what fans were initially shown. The frontman, whose name is In-ho, harbors a painful past that includes the death of his wife and mounting medical debt. With this plotline, Lee said, he hopes to show how his character became an extreme pessimist. As an actor, what was really most important to me was being able to tell the story of the frontman's past, Lee said in Korean through a translator. He is someone who believes that there is no hope left in the world, who believes that there is an absolute absence of humanity. The upcoming season revolves around Ji-hun, or player 456, as he chooses to re-enter the game 3 years after having already been crowned the winner. This time, Ji-hun is bent on putting an end to the murderous contest and protecting his fellow players. But, unbeknownst to the contestants, the frontman, a former winner of the game who went on to run the horrific experiment, has disguised himself as player 001, and he's covertly ensuring that the game plays on. In one scene where he shares a moment with Ji-hun and the other competitors, player 001 tells them that his wife has acute cirrhosis and is in need of a liver transplant. She's also pregnant, and while the doctor suggested she terminate the pregnancy, she refused. As the couple struggled to find a donor, he tells the group he borrowed as much money as he could, but it wasn't enough. Then one of my oldest vendors heard about my situation and offered to help, but people saw it as a bribe. I got fired from my job. I had devoted my entire youth to it. These games were my last hope. He said, I really need that money, even if it's blood money, to save my wife and our child. But the frontman's alter ego isn't all made up, Lee said, and in an earlier episode, In-ho's brother, police officer Jun-ho, is seen visiting the grave of In-ho's late wife. The fake persona that he assumes in the game, it's actually his own story, Lee said of the series of devastating events that led to the frontman's rise. Despite the twisted nature of his character, and the dark themes of the series that prompt questions around humanity and inequality, Lee said he personally continues to resist pessimism. When we go through our daily lives, despite the many disappointments that we experience, what allows us to live day by day is that small slice of hope that we carry within us, Lee said. Squid Game, while it is a very condensed version of the reality that we live in, it's a very extreme version that reflects the dark side of the world. The second season of the Netflix series follows the wildly popular first one, which became the platform's most watched show of all time, accruing 65 billion hours streamed in the first 4 weeks of its debut in 2021. The new season has already snagged a Golden Globe nomination for Best Drama Series, but director Hwang Dong-hyuk said that making the show was no easier the second time around, because Season 1 was so globally loved. When it was decided that there was going to be a second season, it's true that I felt a huge amount of pressure, Hwang said. So many people out there were saying, Season 1 was perfect. Why don't you just end it with Season 1? Hwang said he ended up using the chatter as a creative catalyst. Thank you so much for subscribing, and don't forget to give us a like. It's important.